Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to Kottabos Space Program, where today I'm still in a very much a sci-fi mood after looking at that Star Fury in the last episode, but today we're jumping to a different franchise with the Romulans, which is actually 3 different mods which are being made by forum user Stinky Ace, and they add in 4 different Romulan starships into the game, and that's just fun. So let's have a look at the spaceplane hangar and take a look at what we do get. Now, really no need for the mod filters over here because, well, all 4 of them are right here in the command pod section. The first of which you guys actually have already technically seen, and that is the Romulan shuttle. Now, I say you've seen it because if you remember not too long ago, a couple of weeks at least I think, we did have a look at the Star Trek shuttles mod, which this was a part of, but with a few modifications. This, of course, is one solid singular piece, a ship in just one part, whereas in the shuttle mod, it was broken down into the main body, the wing section, and then the engines. So we have one part rather than 3. Other than it's more or less the same, holding 8 crew members, minimum of 1 to operate, with all the crazy generators, engines, etc. that make it a very cheaty, but I mean, come on, it's Star Trek ship. So I can live with it. Now, the one major difference, though, between it and the shuttle we looked at in that episode is, if we scroll back up here, we have a cloaking device. An actual freaking cloaking device, which, I mean, makes complete and total sense. It's the Romulans, after all. You gotta have the cloaking device, and that's just fun. Now, we're just going to leave this one here, though, and move on to the next because, well, we're actually going to take a look at all 3 of the next ships out in the real world rather than just looking at them here in the hangar. So let's take a look at the next ship here, the Romulan Killer Hawk, and it's gigantic and glorious and much, much, much bigger than the shuttle we've previously seen. Now, this one, just like all the other Star Trek things we've looked at, is very cheaty with all the same, engines that are super powerful, these same generators creating all of the resources you need, and of course, oddly, holds only 8 crew members. You'd think a lot more for a ship this size, but I'm pretty sure that these were copied and pasted with the stats between all of them. But all in all, it's just a much, much bigger, more awesomely built ship, though, interestingly, without a cloaking device. So let us go and launch this thing to see it in the real world, and take a look at our beautiful, gigantic Romulan bird. And here it is, moving awkwardly because, well, it's huge. I'm actually not entirely sure why it is moving, but like with the Star Fury we had a look at last episode, we can activate the anti-gravity system so that we can, just sort of float in the air and do whatever we please, which is handy because I'm about to do something that would make most things not fly, because I want to see the amazing texturing on the bottom of this thing. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. So beautifully textured on this thing. I mean, the modeling alone is already something to really be impressed by, but that texturing is just simply wonderful. Now, the top ain't too shabby, I gotta say, as well. Very detailed, and along with the gorgeous modeling on it, it's just a very, very cool ship that you can do quite a bit with, because, I mean, it's gigantic, and it can basically go anywhere you need with very little effort. Again, little cheaty, but it's Star Trek, who cares? Now, let's actually head back into the spaceplane hangar to take a look at the next of these ships, which is the Romulan White-Winged Cruiser. Now, again, similarly to the others, it holds 8 crew members, has a built-in data transmitter, minimum of 1 crew member to operate, all the same cheaty engines, cheaty generators, and fuel tanks, which, with the generators, really mean nothing. So let's just go take a look at it out in the world, where the impressive sight of a Romulan cruiser is truly what you're looking for with a mod like this. And there we go, it's gorgeous. And again, we can activate the anti-gravity system and just pop this thing up into the air at will, which is always useful. And again, we're gonna flip this baby, oh, wrong way, flip it over, there we go, to see once again just the gorgeous texturing work on this, with all the great little details of all the little lines everywhere, plus the wings. It's just very, very well made. And once more, the modeling's gorgeous too. It's spot on for the design, and you just can't help but love it. And it's just fun to kind of imposingly hover over the Kerbal Space Center with a giant Romulan warbird. It's entertaining and fun. Now let's head back into the spaceplane hangar to take a look at the final of the Romulan ships, which is my favorite of them, the Romulan Winged Defender Cruiser, which, again, has the ability to hold 8 crew members, minimum 1 to operate, the data transmitter, typical cheaty engines, cheaty generators, so forth and so on. This one, though, like with the shuttle, does have that gorgeous cloaking system. So let's go out into the world and take a look at that, and of course, the full size of this thing in all of its glory, though it's a little bit wonky when we'll spawn into the world, because there we go, we have those out front, which make it a little interesting. Now this one, interestingly, does not have the anti-grav system, but with its engines with just a tiny bit of thrust, we can really do what we want anyways on this thing. Again, cheaty engines with cheaty generators, you can really do whatever you want with these things. And this is a gorgeous ship. Not only, again, do we have the just beautiful texturing jobs on this thing, beautiful modeling, and let's take a look at the underbelly of this one, which is just, again, equally as gorgeous with its detail on it. But on this one, actually, I think I like the top side better. A lot more detail to the various textures there. But what's really cool on this one, besides the cloaking device we'll have a look at in a second, is of course this can move between the current flight mode or attack position. I love it. There we go. We can just switch it back and forth, and I mean, it's kind of a bird, so we can make it flap its wings, and that's just wonderful. So yes, we currently have this baby in attack mode for us to, you know, have our way with the Federation, blah, 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 blah. And it's just fun, and of course, we also have the cloaking device. There it goes, fading away into nothingness, as now we cannot be seen, which actually is a little dangerous when you're flying, so let's uncloak this baby. There we go, and we're back into the world where we can, once again, put it into a different position. And that is just a wonderful thing. So yeah, so that is the Romulan mod made by Stinky Ace. Yet another glorious set of sci-fi ships for you to enjoy. And this one, a particular favorite of mine. I did always enjoy the look of Romulan ships. They are very, very cool. And these are particularly well designed, which just makes it all the better. But yes, that's gonna be it for today, folks. I hope you all have enjoyed, and of course, if you do want to take a look at this mod for yourself, or actually technically mods plural, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that's gonna be it for today, and I hope you all have enjoyed, and you do come back for the next episode when hopefully we'll be looking at another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.